Welcome back in, everyone. This is episode 26 of the 1950s survival, going from $0 to $10 million. And today we're going to be getting in what I think is probably the perfect flour mill for the 1950s. We'll see it in a little while. It's going to take a minute. First, I want to plant some trees. Also, to buy production, we need a whole lot of money. We only got $2,690. Don't know if I'll ever get around to tree planting, but I do know we will be cutting down some trees. We should be all done with this month, but I'm going to finish out this month of March right here, cutting down trees. Once it gets dark, we'll probably start getting it over to the sell point, or wait till next month to get it over to the sell point. Either way, these trees right here, let's get them all knocked down. That actually went by a whole lot faster than I thought it would. Now, a few of the small trees I did cut down, a lot of them, as you can tell, I did leave behind, but I was just after the big ones. And they're all down on the ground. They're all cut up to 9 meters. Now it's time to just go ahead and pick them up and sell them off. I got plenty of time this month. Let's go ahead and get it done, see how much money we can make. Believe it or not, I'm actually trying to be very careful and not overload it, but looks like we do got one of them way above that little headache rack right there on the front. I don't know, I call it the headache rack because, hey, if you hit the brakes, something goes sliding in there, it's going to cause a big headache. And that's what that rack is on the front of the trailer. Now, it does lower down towards the back a little bit, so I'm hoping it sells off there. That's the reason I do not want this to go above that headache rack, is because it won't always sell off. I like to get it all sold off in one sell. A little less editing, I guess. $2,611 right now to our name. Let's see what we get from this sale right here. That's $25,719 plus a $1,298 environmental score reward. That is really, really good. Now, I don't know how many more trailerfuls we got out there, but that was barely any of it right there. I think we got another 3 or 4 trailerfuls out there. Ooh, man, we might be getting up over $100,000, and who knows? Maybe we'll buy some land to put in this new flour production I'm talking about. That, I think, is perfect for 1950. I don't know. I'm sure people will think something else is perfect. We'll end up seeing it eventually, though. Yeah, there is definitely a whole lot of money sitting out here. This second trailer full right here, and look at all this wood on the ground. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good payday. Next full trailer here, go ahead and sell that off, and that's gonna give us $26,014 plus a $1,313 environmental score reward, taking our grand total up there in the top right to $56,953. I don't know what's going on with this one little log. I guess it didn't sell off there. Maybe it's messed up. It actually wouldn't auto load on there either. Let's just go ahead and try to sell it here. Hey, there it goes, $57 plus a $2. Holy cow, we're making a whole lot of money now from that. I don't like doing that, but I couldn't even get it to auto load on there. I had to throw it on the trailer by hand. I guess I put it so far on the back of the trailer it didn't actually sell off, and I forgot all about it. Oh well. Next full trailer here is going to get us $22,867 plus a $1,154 environmental score reward, taking us up to $81,000. That is looking really good. I believe the land prices are $85,000. I don't necessarily need land. I would love some land, but I don't think I need it. Maybe I'll buy some, maybe I won't. We'll see what I got left over after buying that flour production, though. Doing all this driving back and forth is really making me think I should probably set up an auto drive course and then get another trailer and truck. That way I could just send it back and then load it up, send it back, load it up, stuff like that. Don't know. Also don't know if I want to waste some money on it. One more issue that's got me really worried is the fact that I'm pretty sure all our oats that we had in storage is no longer there. I think they're with the horses, and that's a big deal because the flour production was going to be mainly off of the oats. Now, the horses don't take much feed at all. That's probably all the oats I got to give them for the next couple of years, probably. I will mix in some hay with their feed as well, so hey, maybe we'll start getting some more together. Maybe I will need that next piece of land because we might need to be planting some more oats besides this small little field up here on the right. Next trailer full, a little worried about the one on top there, but we'll see what happens. Looks like it took it all, $25,391 plus a $1,281 environmental score reward, breaking $100,000. That takes our total up to $107,708. Now, of course, we do have a goal of reaching $10 million there in the top right. Maybe I could stop buying stuff and get there a lot sooner, but I'm not gonna stop buying stuff. We're gonna have some fun with this. We're gonna build up this farm. Eventually that $10 million will come, though. Next trailer there, $28,582 plus a $1,442 environmental score reward. This is absolutely horrible loading job. It's all twisted up in there. Probably didn't pack very well. Obviously didn't pack very well. I don't know why I said probably, but this might be our last full load if you want to consider that full load. Oh, jackknife it. No. I think we can get out of this. Tires are actually spinning. Come on. You got this, buddy. But no, I think this is our last full load. I'll have a little partial load left here in a second, but we're going to get it all sold off this month, sleep through the month, and then look at some productions after I start something up next month. As I look closer at this, I do see one of them that is sticking over that headache rack front and back, so I don't think that one's going to sell off, but we'll see what happens. Especially after I undo these straps, maybe it will settle down in there. I don't know. Moved a little with the unstrapping thing, but not sure if it's going to be enough to sell off. Yeah, like I said, that's definitely an ugly looking load right there, but it got over here. That's all that matters, and it all sold off. That's another thing that matters, and that gives us $24,210 plus a $1,221 environmental score reward. Now here's the hard part, finding all the little pieces that I missed. I know I got some straight ahead, but I'm just going to zoom out pretty far here, look around on the ground. I do see some little cut up pieces that looks like firewood, but it's not loading in there, and I'm not going to worry about it. Here's a few long ones here, and I know there's some more out there. I think this is the last tree right here, and that is perfectly fine. Like I said, it wasn't going to be a full load or anything like that. All good. Hey, we're loaded up. We're done. Let's strap it up, turn off that auto load, and get over to the sell point. See how much money we finish out this month with, because man, that is looking good. $163,000 already. Really, really good money. Our smallest trailer and our last trailer for this month gonna sail off right there for $8,271 plus $417 environmental score reward. Now let's go get this thing refueled and parked somewhere, and then of course we're gonna sleep. Wake up really, really early. I gotta remember to do that because I forgot to do that this month in March. I woke up, the sun was way up at 8 a.m. I need to wake up a little bit before the sun comes up. That way I'm not wasting my time. Now 5 a.m. in the month of April. Looks like we got some animal upkeep costs right there. Negative $90. I was not thinking about that. We do have $171,000 right there. That is plenty of money for the production I want. There's actually a few of them out there that I was wanting. It is a little dark right now, but I do got some stuff to fire up on field work, and that is going to be our grass field work. Let's get those 2 mowers out there on the field going, and then I got to remember to change around the forage wagon to a 2 pickup eventually. I only got 1 mower out there right now, but then I remembered, hey, we might be running out of grass pretty fast over here with the sheep, but no, it only went down about halfway. Daily food, 2,600. It's been almost a full day, almost. I don't know. Now that I think about it more, I just realized I'm pretty sure it was afternoon by the time we got those sheep in there. I remember slowing the time down around 1 p.m.-ish, I thought. Maybe not. So I hadn't been a full day yet. Ooh, I am not liking this. Looks like the weeds are a medium weed state. I really thought they'd be a small one. So it's telling me I need a hoe. I don't know if there is a hoe for this. Let's see what we got. Unless I'm missing it somewhere underneath weeders, this is all we have. It says it's for small grown weeds between crops. It says weeders pull out small grown weeds between crops, improving the field state. They can only be used in the first growing stage of crops. We're at the first growing stage of crops, but our weeds are not small. They are medium. And I'm not seeing anything else in here that actually says hose like it does in FS25. I think they're mixed in underneath the weeders. Is that going to be a big issue? No, not exactly, because we have spraying technology as well. Now, of course, this stuff we're probably about to use, the liquids I'm talking about we're about to use, probably is not allowed now in 2025, but it was allowed back then. Let's go ahead and go with it. Trying to decide which one to go with. I kind of want to go with the name brand one. I always try to stay away from Lizard. And the other reason I want to go with this one is because it's got a faster working speed of 7 miles per hour versus this one going 5 miles per hour. Now it's 8 meters wide. This one's 8 meters wide. No big deal. Also, this does have 3 extra liters to it. So let's see what we can do as far as customizing goes. Looks like we can put some sort of decal on the side of this. Not going to worry about that probably. Pretty cool looking though. Another decal option on the side with the name brand and everything. That's pretty cool. I like that. You know what? The more I look at it, I think I like all the decals on it. Let's just go with it. Definitely not in American language. I'm not sure what that is. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments, please. This is the look we're going to go with. Got a nice blue color for the main color. Here's the color options. Not very many, but I haven't done anything with this blue color yet. I kind of like it. We will buy this for $1,350. I'm kind of thinking about leasing it because I don't know if I could pull that off with how much money we have. Just kidding. $171,000. That's pretty nice, but $1,350. This is going to be ours. I was just really surprised how these are medium weeds instead of small ones. I'm not sure how that's going to work actually getting small weeds in the field or being able to use that weeder. I did just run all over the field looking to see if that was an option anywhere in there with small weeds. Not seeing it. And come on, let me fill this up. What's going on? Why are you not filling up? Come on, is this thing broken? It might be broken, or I'm just dumb. Let's unfold it because I obviously have no option to open it. That's not working. Still not letting me fill it up. Let me go ahead and buy some herbicide possibly. Drop it on the ground like a pallet of it and see if I can fill it up that way. Gosh, this stuff is expensive. Now, of course, this is the modernized stuff. If y'all know what I'm saying, I'm just joking. I'm not 100% sure if the herbicide stuff back in 1950s was bad, but over time, y'all usually know a lot of stuff got canceled because of bad stuff, harmful stuff in there, but oh well, we all survived, right? Maybe not everybody, but $2,400, we're going to buy this right here. 2,000 liters, quite a bit. I think that's going to last us a while. And that did work. Okay, that did the job. There should be herbicide inside that multi-fruit buying station. Maybe there's just not a top fill option. Oh no. Oh well, it worked for this. Let's get it out on the field and going. Off and going. That rate is dropping a little faster than I was hoping for, but I think it might be working. Yeah, it is. I can look behind me and see those dead weeds in there. Now with precision farming, spraying is actually the best route for you to get a better precision farming score, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Expected yield here, 118% out of 125. I don't know what's going on there. Looks like it's time to take the tractor from the little animal area over here. I may need to buy some more tractors, and we definitely have the money to do that. First, let's get a production in, and then possibly buy some land as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these productions for this flour production. Now, this one right here, the white mill. I actually really like this one because obviously if we build something new, it's going to be new in 1952. Now, of course, 50, 60, 70 years later, present time, what is that, 73 years later or something like that? I don't know. My math's probably off on that. Who cares? This would obviously look a little more rustic and beat up. I'm also already going with kind of rustic, beat up looking stuff. You can tell over here with this building, our old wooden sheds, stuff like that. I don't know. 1950s, you just kind of associate with old looking stuff in my mind. So there's that option, but I don't think I'm going to go with that. I do like the sugar production out of it. Don't know if we'll ever do anything that's going to pump out sugar. Let's see what else we got. We do have this option right here of a windmill. I'm really liking that because of pig food, oil production, and flour production all mixed into this. And plus it's really small. Now there's this other one right here that says old American one. I'm assuming this one's not American. One more to look at and then I'll go ahead and pick one to use. Now there's this right here. I have no idea how to say that. What is that? Manchego mill. It's a grain mill. On top there's a Spanish flag. No man's land is actually located on the border of France and Spain. So hey, I think this would be a pretty cool one to go with the times in the area and everything like that. But I'm not going to go with it. I think I'm a little sold on that whole other one right here. Only $23,000. Make some pig food because we'll be getting pigs one day and I don't like adding each mixture. I'll add it in here, make the pig food done. Done. And then of course, we can also make some oils from it. That is awesome too. So it's kind of like an all-in-one production, but I don't know where the trigger points are for this thing. So let me turn that on real quick and get this place down. Oh yeah, another honorable mention is this one right here. I really do like this one. It's got the waterway and everything like that going with it. I don't know. I think part of it's just a little too modernized possibly, and I think a lot of it's wasted on being an actual house. The old grain mill, gonna go ahead and place it in right here. We'll see how that works and looks and everything. I may have to remove a tree or two right there, but I like this idea. I'm gonna put a little path coming in this direction right here, come back out this way, leave a little grassy knoll right there, and plant trees in them eventually. I keep talking about it. I'm just so confused on what trees I want to plant. This whole map is filled with spruce trees, but I don't exactly want to do spruce trees. I want to do something else like oak trees or something. I'm not sure yet though. Got rid of that little tree I was talking about, but this is the finished product right here. Now let's see exactly what it takes, how fast it runs, all that good stuff. I am really concerned about how much I got to put in there for the pig feed, but that's a long ways away. Main thing right now is let's just make some flour. Before I waste my time playing around with that production though, we need to get this off this field, put a forage wagon on it and get it over there picking up the grass, because those two forage wagons are going to take a total of 30 minutes together. That's together, but they're not together right now. I'm going to go ahead and take the forage wagon from over here. This is the one that I've been using to feed the sheep. I say been using, I've only used it once. Let's go ahead and top it off real quick before I take it. Now, we'll keep grass in this one because these cannot top fill feed into it, but it will just stay over here and be only used for the sheep. And as we've seen previously, the sheep are going to require a lot more food than any of the other ones. So it will blow through it eventually and just makes it a little easier on me instead of having to refill this small little trailer on the left over and over and over again. Looking into the production here, we got wheat flour, barley flour, oat flour, and sorghum flour. Now, I do plan on focusing mainly on oat flour. That is pretty awesome. It does have the least amount of cycles per month, but I'm not too worried about cycles per month because I doubt we can keep this thing full and running all year long from harvesting once a year from oats. Now, there's barley and wheat. Maybe I'll try out wheat, start using that for feed and flour, because that's some pretty fast cycles per month. Also, you can tell the rate that goes in, the rate that comes out. So it might even out. I don't know. I'm not going to do the math. Do know it holds 27,000 liters of oats, and I don't know if we'll ever hit that full capacity either. This is the part that really interests me though, is the oil options from it. I want to plant some canola in that large field, but I did not do it because we didn't have any options to turn it into oil quite yet. Plus, we need some feed as well. And then the pig food part is really interesting to me, but it looks like we're going to end up needing to do some sort of hard type crop out there. What I mean by hard type crop is sugar beets on this one or potatoes for these two. I'm not sure what kind of sugar beet or potato harvesting we can do in the 1950s, but I'm sure we'll figure that out. Oh, hey, here we go. got something. Perfect. Now, I'm not sure exactly what this does. This machine can harvest the indicated crop types. What's this do? Just cut it, like drop it on the ground or something, I think? Maybe, because I don't see no capacity to it. I don't see no horsepower requirement to it or anything. I think it just kind of cuts it up, drops it on the ground. I got to come back through with a scoop and pick it up. Also, potato technology right here. This is looking a little bit better, except for the 0.5 working with. That's not looking good. This one's used to plant potatoes. This one's used to harvest. This harvester digs the potatoes out of the ground. Then I guess dumps them on the ground as well, and I can pick up at a later point, or maybe put a trailer on the back of it. I don't know. Is there any trailer thing? Not seeing an option for a trailer. Maybe there's a little compartment right there. I can see a little dump thing right there. That might be a small compartment. Now that I talk about small compartments, yes, it is. It shows the capacity right here on the left. Okay, hey, potatoes might be the way to go then. Both mowers are all done mowing up. Let's go ahead and get them off the field. Forage wagons are still going away right there, picking up. It's going to take a while for that. $143,000 left over. Let's look at buying some land and expanding into more and more fields. I'm going to go ahead and get a worker out here doing the lineman. Now, I did turn on the whole buy-in fertilizer option here, and also this will go over the top of the grass. It does work. Somehow goes underneath the grass. That's fine. I'm gonna leave it, let it go. Money will drop fast though, because buying the lime. Now, I don't think I'm gonna buy the fertilizer. Keep telling myself, go ahead and do it. Let's see how much it costs. And then I keep telling myself, no, that is a very bad idea. And of course, issues like this may arise with running into each other, but I'll catch that every now and then and try to keep this harvest of this grass going and moving. We can see down in the mini map this, let me flip it around this way. We can see down that mini map right there. Can I make that bigger actually? I don't think so. Maybe, maybe not. Nope. Once I come in here, it's still that round one, but we can see down that mini map that farmland 57 right here. Nice flat working area. That'd be amazing. But the issue is I started building up kind of like my farm area and the housing area for my equipment in this direction. So maybe I should go this way. It really doesn't matter. It's just a little drive either way. If I do end up buying 54, most of it's covered with a hill. And I don't really like that. I mean, I like that for building purposes of productions and other stuff like that, and even animal pens like I did over here. So let's just go ahead and go with farmland 57 right now. We'll remove these few little trees right here. Plan on putting in a couple of fields or just one big old field, kind of like I did last time, right over here. This field right here, though, is going to be a lot smaller compared to putting in one big old field on 57, because I'm thinking about taking up all of 57 for one big old field. And then again, it's like, hey, why do that whenever I can get multiple fields in there with multiple crops? And we need multiple fields with multiple crops because of that pig production. You may see there's an outline right there. Previously, I was doing some mowing over here, kind of stealing some grass situation. I don't own all the land, if y'all did not know that. I got the Lumberjacks mod allowing me to cut down trees kind of anywhere. I've been over here in this area cutting down trees after I've cut down here already. Just kind of expanding my way outwards. So I was stealing grass as well. There's another mod out there for that. Kind of stealing grass. I don't know. It grows back. Is it really stealing? $85,000 for this piece of land. Let's go ahead and buy it. And then I'm going to draw a new line on this field. I believe all the trees are out of the way. There's going to be a rock in the way though, and we're going to go ahead and mow up the meadow grass, get it picked up, and then start plowing up some fields. Hopefully I do multiple fields. I keep thinking, go big, but I really shouldn't. And here we go. Looks like we got a new CP1 in the house right here. Now, some things do worry me about little small trees sticking out of this little forested area here and over here. I'll see that eventually. This is the rock I was talking about right here, but the course play will go around that. 14.44 acres. Now, this ain't going to be one big old field like this. At least I don't think it is. That's what I'm saying. Tell myself, no, don't do it. Let's just get it mowed up, the meadow grass, get it off the field, and then go from there. With two mowers on this field, it's going to say 1 hour, 39 minutes right there just to mow it. Now, I can speed that up by adding more mowers, but I'm not going to worry about that because that's not the part that's going to take the longest. The pickup part's going to take the longest. Lineman all done. I'm going to get this off right here. I'm going to grab the fertilizer spreader, go ahead and fertilize myself, depending on how much it's going to take. I don't think it's going to take much, probably just a couple of refills. It's been a while since I've had to fertilize this field. Now that I have that sprayer for the herbicide, I can start looking into doing liquid fertilizer. I believe that stuff always costs more and maybe even uses more. I don't know. I do know it costs more. At least I thought it did. Maybe I could be wrong. Just ran out of solid fertilizer. Just a little bit left to do here. I did remember after a while of doing this that I believe I said remembered and then I believe, I don't know. But I believe before it actually finished up with one full container of solid fertilizer and there was just like a couple of liters left over. Oh well though, refilling one time is better than refilling 20 or 30 like I've done in the past. It's ridiculous how many times I've had to refill some of this stuff or even empty out some of this stuff. That's exactly why these forage wagons are edited to hold a whole lot more. And speaking of the forage wagons, one of them's done. All done laying down the fertilizer and I'm thinking a little more, how wide is that pickup width on that forage wagon, because my original plan was to set up the field over there that's being mowed up on the meadow grass for 4 pickup wagons, but for some reason it would not allow me to do more than 1 headland. It was kind of a weird one. I don't know what's going on there. So if the forage wagon's the same pickup width as the mower, or close enough, I think I might just fire it up on the same mowing course and only do 2 forage wagons. Of course, I can add more throughout as the field gets done faster and faster with the mower. 92,862 liters right here of grass. This is going to go ahead and go over to our production, start turning into hay and silage. Now some of that hay we will be keeping and using for the horses. Hopefully I remember to. I do know I got the TMR option turned off. I might even have the hay and silage making option turned off as well. Need to turn those things back on. Yep. Looks like everything is turned off over here, so we'll go ahead and start making hay. Go ahead and start making some silage from it as well. Now the hay that comes out of there I will use. Looks like we do have some extra. Oh no, that's grass. I was about to say hay. Looks like we had some extra hay in there. No, it looks like we got extra silage. We ran out of hay previously and stopped making that TMR. Not going to make any more TMR for quite a while. I did say last episode when I was feeding those cows, we have a ridiculous amount. I would love to get up there to bigger cow pens of some sort, and we will look at that later on whenever we have the huge amount of money to waste. Let's go ahead and fire this up on that mowing ×2 course I got on that meadow grass. That's really big. That was taking 1.5 hours, and I did say this should take longer than the mowing. 1 second though before I do that. Looks like the working width on this is 1.4 meters. I believe the working width on that mower is about 2 meters, but I think it works out really well because you see this little meadow grass area cut right here already. I did that previously with the follow me mod. I mowed and had a forage wagon pick up behind me. Now the only areas that I had issues with was the corners, but we can even see this little corner bend right here got picked up perfectly fine too. So I guess this will work out pretty good, I think. Looking into the time on the course play here, it's going to say 2 hours and 3 minutes. This is going to take a very long time to do. Now that is with 2 forage wagons. Don't got the second one out here yet. Still waiting on one of the tractors to free up. I think I might have a free tractor because I only see 3 workers down there. Let me get that other tractor out here picking up some grass. Wait, can't pick up grass if it's not there, so I need to get it out here mowing the grass, and then the other one will pick up the grass behind it. I'm not too worried about that 2 hours 3 minutes. It's only going 9-10 miles an hour. I got a mod that could turn that up to that full 15 mile an hour. Of course it's missing around the bend right there. Also not too worried about that. And the other reason I'm really not too worried about this is the fact that I'm just going to leave it going. It's 6:50 a.m. I've been up since like 3 or 4 a.m. doing some recordings here. I'm going to go cook some breakfast for the family, for the wife. Breakfast in bed, always for her, right? Every single day. And I'm going to leave this running. So I'll see y'all next episode because that's it for this one. Really want to thank y'all so much for stopping in and watching. I really do appreciate it. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.